believe he's got a jersey hanging in the rafters here. Portsmouth dumps it down low. This is Breach. He looks to physically move. Nice up and under, no good. And the ball's still loose, coming out of there with it. Breach is going to get another look. Shot no good. Ball bounces around, and Wolfbarger comes out of there with a rebound.
You can see bodies hitting the floor for Northwest. That's how they play. That's how they played all year.
Nice up and under again. Bolin has it knocked away by Barry. He's got the steal. Trojans back the other way. Loper with it. Long three. Good. And it's
see the speed.
5-3 Portsmouth.
Again, the tempo, transition baskets is what Portsmouth does well.
Mohawks get it across. Here's Bolin. He'll take a little 15-footer off the window and good.
Beautiful
nice
shot. Beautiful shot by Bolin off glass. That's your 1,000-point score. 1 of 2 for Northwest.
And we're tied at 5. 4.5 to go, first quarter. Division III sectional semifinal, district semifinal. The winner will play Wheelersburg. Motion offense by the Trojans. Ball's knocked away, still on the ground. Coming out of there with it's Portsmouth. Lewis is hit on the head, and they're going to call Wolfbarger with the foul. That'll be his first and team's second.
So it'll be interesting tonight. Can Northwest keep up with the speed of Portsmouth, and can Portsmouth handle the physicality from Northwest?
Barry going to take it out of bounds again. They get it in bounds. No pressure whatsoever. Bring it out to Loper. Malachi Loper with a basketball. Right-hand dribble right on the logo. He gets it to Isaiah Lewis. He's cut off. Jenkins, nice defense. They try to dump it down to Barry. Little up and under. And they're going to say he was shoved, and the bucket is good. He got the hoop and the arm, and he'll shoot the free throw.
4 quick points for the big man. Could be 5 right here.
Great pass underneath, too, by the way. And he was able to catch and get it up off the glass and in. And you're right. He's going to be a problem. Now you've got to, you asked me this in the first game. I'll ask you this in this game. Are you going to double that kid?
He does that a couple more times, maybe.
Yeah.
But the problem is he can play anywhere on the floor.
Yeah.
That's the big key. It's not like he's just going to sit in the paint and try to shoot layups all night.
Lentz with a rebound off the miss. 4 minutes to go. It's 7-5 Portsmouth. They get it to Bolin, knocked out of bounds off of Lewis. It'll go back to Northwest. Kenny Krebs, one of your officials down there, longtime Southeast District official, has done a state tournament game, state final game. Good official. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Northwest in front of the Portsmouth bench. Out top. Neither team is subbed as of yet as well. You've got Jenkins with a basketball, now to Bolin. And they play catch with it. Bolin licks the move, a little up and under, scoop shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Livingston, and here comes Barry the other way. Breach with it, goes baseline, cut off, stolen away. Here goes Lentz the other way, 2-on-1 from the Mohawks, and Lentz just fell down, and they're going to call offensive foul.
Wow.
I thought he fell down before he made contact as he trips over. Yeah, he slipped. Well, he was out of control. Good call.
Yeah, he was. Tried to sidestep. Lost his footing, slipped on the MAC logo, and they both went down.
Yeah.
Northwest fans not happy about that.
Portsmouth, that's an understatement. I don't know if anybody picked that up on the mic or not, but, yeah, they weren't happy. Malachi, they're just daring him to shoot Livingston at the top of the circle. Here's Barry, and he just lowers his shoulder, and they don't call it.
Oh, my.
I don't know if that was a flop or he really just trucked him. Here it is again. Oh, yeah, he trucked him.
Wow.
And he got away with it. 9-5 Portsmouth. Jenkins.
He's so good.
They get it across here, and he steals it. 2-on-2 break. He tried to no-look, nobody home. And then he falls down, and they're going to say he got hammered.
So we've had players on opposite teams both slipping on the logo, the MAC logo down there.
Yeah. And that'll be for Northwest. That is their third team foul. That's 2 now on Connor Lentz.
So one thing we haven't mentioned tonight, though, this is an inter-county rivalry, both from Scioto County. So Northwest, the northwest part of the county. Portsmouth, obviously, smack dab in the center of the south part on the river. So good natural rivalry here, and You can tell both of these fan bases are they're
Passionate.
already locked in.
They're
Yes.
passionate.
They are
Yes.
locked and loaded right now. So
Free throw up and good. It's 10-5 now. Portsmouth with their largest lead of the afternoon. And they've left Lentz in, even with 2 fouls here in the opening period. Both free throws are good. It's 11-5, and Scarberry wants a 30-second timeout. So, Nate, your early synopsis of a basketball game that we're 5 minutes into.
This game's going to run through DeAndre Berry. I think it's pretty clear. He can do a little bit of everything. He can shoot the three, obviously. He can run the floor. He has a steal, and already with 8 points of the 11 for Portsmouth.
And while we got a second here, let's thank our sponsors for today's basketball game on BMG Media. You've got Otway Depot Giovanni's, Brown Forest Products, David and Kendra Groves, Jason and Leanne McIntyre, Andy and Misty Lentz, Kurt and Jessica Smith, and Danielle Clark. We thank you all for your sponsorship of today's basketball game, giving us this opportunity to bring this to you. And we're back to live action. You've got Jay Jenkins bringing it up. They beat the pressure into the basketball game now for Northwest is number 5, and that's Ethan Crabtree. Crabtree will take a shot on the way. No good. The ball didn't move like that was a knuckleball. It didn't even rotate when he let go of it. Back the other way. Nice up and under.
Oh,
and we got players falling all over the place, and another foul on Northwest. And the fans behind us don't appreciate today's officiating by any stretch of the imagination.
So DeAndre Berry leveled Breach after the foul was called. So it was Trojan on Trojan crime there. That couldn't feel good.
Loper's free throw is no good. And he'll shoot 2. And
very physical matchup tonight in this first quarter so far.
And the proverbial call it both ways comes out. Second free throw is good.
That's mandatory in every game?
Yes, I think it's a state law now that you have to say that. So it's 12-5, Portsmouth. Jenkins will bring it up. Pressure there. He gets it across. Crabtree with a basketball. Now back to Jenkins. And he cross-courts it over to Logan Wolfbarter. Gets it back. Tries to split the defense, and they've called a reach-in on Isaiah Lewis. And the fans behind us who wanted it called both ways get their wish.
You get the Bronx cheer from the crowd. Again, you see the speed, though, on defense from Portsmouth. Just lateral movement. They are so quick side to side.
And for Portsmouth, that's their first team foul of the afternoon. 12-5 is our score. 2:06 to go opening quarter. Jenkins will walk it across. Wolfbarters has left side. Now they go man-to-man here. Portsmouth got out of their zone. Bolin may have gotten away with a walk. Here's Wolfbarter, 3 from the left wing. Good.
Nice shot.
He's got 6.
Contested on the shot by Breach and still able to knock it down. Big shot by Northwest.
He's got 6 of their 8 points, and it's 12-8 Trojans. Northwest has some kids that can score. You can see it. I mean, 2,000-point scores, obviously they got kids that can score, but it's the other kids. And here's a costly turnover by Portsmouth. The role players are going to have to step into their shoes today.
Breach trying to go back into Barry there. Just misjudged the pass.
And only one sub in this first quarter between the two teams. And I wonder if how that'll play later on in the game. Another foul, kind of a dumb foul out by the logo.
Foul on Loper there for Portsmouth.
Only his first, team second. So we'll take it out, 28-foot line. New rule this year as well. Inbound out to Jenkins. Back to Wolfbarter. Zone now again for Portsmouth. They go back to their zone. Mohawks just to look for an opening. Here's a deep 3 on the way, and good by Connor Lentz.
There it is, 1,000-point score, stepping up when he is needed most. 1-point ball game.
Lewis looks to attack. He traveled. And another turnover by Portsmouth will give the Mohawks an opportunity to take the lead here with 53 seconds to go.
Again, you see the defense, the physicality of this Northwest Mohawk team. The Trojans want to run, but if it's going to be slow pace like this, I look for the game to be tight.
50 seconds to go. Mohawks can take the lead here as we close out the first period. The 1-2-2 defensive zone for Portsmouth. And almost threw it away. Here's Lentz. Lentz, nice up and under move. He goes strong to the glass, misses the shot. Barry with a rebound. 28 seconds to go.
Oh, wow.
Look at that move.
Oh, only needed the
step,
assist.
Euro step behind the back pass to the corner. I can say I've not seen that all year. But nonetheless, they didn't get anything. Here comes Northwest again. Nice move by Lentz, who knocks it off the window. And it's 13-12 Northwest. Here comes Portsmouth. Loper, little Euro step to the rim, misses. And that's how we're going to end the first quarter. So give Northwest credit. Down by as many as 6 or 7 in the opening period. They battle back, and they have a 13-12 lead after getting some good looks and some opportunities to penetrate and get to the rim.
Yeah, you see the, again, physical mentality of the Northwest Mohawk team. It also doesn't hurt when Lentz, one of your 1,000-point scorers, hits the last 5 points in the first quarter with under a minute to go to give you the lead, 13-12. Unfortunate on that last shot by Portsmouth. That was a good Euro step layup look as time was expiring in the first half, but 13-12 in a ball game after one. You talk about Northwest. Yeah, they played in the SOC 2 division, a little bit smaller than the SOC 3. Dominated the teams that they should have dominated, but the success that they've had this year, that has given them the confidence. And you see the confidence down by 6, down by 7, doesn't waver at all. They come back, they take the lead at the end of the first quarter, and this is going to be a battle to the end. If you're watching this game right now and you're out there, you got a friend, call them and tell them to turn this thing on because this is going to be a wild one.
It'll be Trojan basketball to start the second quarter, and no changes at all for Portsmouth, and no changes at all for Northwest. Both teams have a full bench, but I don't feel like we're going to see more than 5 or 6 kids. And they just want Loper to, or that's Livingston. They're daring him to shoot it. Jenkins on Barry. Oh, and he gets a steal, but Barry's able to get it back. And now they're going to call Jenkins on a nickel and dimer. Both kids battling for the basketball, but Jenkins comes out of there with a foul, and that's his second. And now you've got 2 guys from Northwest, key players with 2 fouls. That one could have went either way. Lewis with the basketball. Man-to-man defense again for Northwest. There's Loper. Livingston with it. Gets it to Breach. Breach dribbles off his foot, but good thing that Livingston is there. And there's Barry. Barry would be the guy. I'd make sure the offense ran through him. Here's Breach. That looked like a travel. Got away with one. Livingston just standing out there. And I guess if you're going to dare him to shoot, that's your opportunity to double Barry. And there they do.
There you go.
And Bolin gets a steal on the first chance they do to double. Here comes Jenkins. Back to Bolin. Bolin into the lane. Shot fake, no good. 4 guys collapse on him. Here's a shot by Lentz on the way. 3-pointer air ball. It goes off in Northwest, and it'll go back to Portsmouth.
That would have brought the house down if Lentz hit that shot. Would have been 8 straight. That time you saw Portsmouth a little slower on the offensive side of the ball. So a little interesting switch of pace by the Trojans.
And 23, is that Noah Livingston?
That is 33. Stein is in the game.
Excuse me, 33.
Luke Stein, he is a 6'4" junior. They don't lack for size on this Portsmouth team, that's for sure.
Luke Stein. Here's Breach right side, right wing. Loper with it. They give it into Stein. Stein, little left-hand dribble, tries to dump to Barry, which is what I would do, and he hits. Portsmouth with the lead again, 14-13.
It's a good outlet to have in the paint.
Yeah. Full court pressure again. Jenkins need to get it across here, guys. They don't. Wolfbarger, all he had to do was take a dribble, and he would have got it over, and he didn't. He threw it back to Jenkins, and it cost him. Silly turnover. (14-13) is our score. Northwest shooting 50% from the field, and Portsmouth at about 42%. Here's Barry again. And if that's a foul on Jenkins, that's his third, and he'll have to sit. And he's bringing the ball up right now.
Believe it is.
Yeah, they got another nickel and dimer, and that's going to be 3 free throws for Barry. And coming into the game in a minute will be number 4, Caleb Lewis. He'll be back into the game.
Oh, he is a 6-foot senior, Lewis.
Barry's first free throw is good. And he is going to shoot 3.
That's crazy. It's the third 3-point free throw attempt today. I don't know if I saw any all season.
Yeah. It's been rare. And Barry just hit 2. He's 2 for 2 right now.
It's up to 12 points already. 12 of the 16.
Third one on the way, missed it. Nice box out by Bolin, and they're going to get a foul on Stein. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here with one of your best players, Jay Jenkins, on the bench. I mean, your 1,000-point scorers are still out here, but he's the kid that's been bringing the ball up the floor. And now you got to move it over to Connor Lentz. Cross court to Wolfbarger. He looks to penetrate. Almost threw it away.
Got an advantage now.
Now you've got a 3 on the way by Lewis, who can't hit. Rebound to Stein. Here comes Portsmouth with a 3-point lead. Stein with it, top of the circle. And again, they're not even going out there to guard those guys. Barry in the corner, and he lost it out of bounds, but it'll go right back to the Trojans. 2 more games on the way here at the Convo. Going to be a full day of basketball. And the district finals will resume next Friday and Saturday. I don't know if they're playing next Sunday or not. You know? I know Friday and Saturday they'll have district finals.
Division III will be here on March the 9th. Not
So
sure about
Saturday.
2 and 4.
4 is Friday night. I know that. And we've got a foul away from the basketball, and the ball will go back to Northwest. That foul is going to be on number 3, Donovan Breach. And now you're looking at teams, what is that, their team second.
It's been a minute since Northwest has made a shot.
Getting good looks, though. Just not knocking down buckets. They throw it out, and we got a kick.
And you see, when you throw in the zone defense with athletes that are lanky, have long arms, how much more is that make it more that much more difficult to get inside and expose that zone?
Well, the key to that is that you have to have your hands up. A lot of times kids, when they play zone, don't want to put their hands up. And if they would just become so much bigger in that spot, and that's a lost art. And then we've got a foul underneath, and this is going to put Bolin at the line to shoot 2.
It's going to be the second foul.
It's going to be on Breach.
Breach, yeah.
Donovan Breach.
Their point guard with 2 fouls now.
First free throw's on the way. 16-14 now. Portsmouth with 5:08 to go.
Breach is out. Cobb's in for Breach, the 5'10 senior. Losing a little bit of height.
Second free throw's on the way. Levon Cobb is into the game. Here comes Portsmouth. Cobb had it for a second. Now he gives it to Barry. And they're looking for a play from their head coach. This is Lewis with a basketball. Man-to-man still for Northwest. Lewis looks to attack. Can't get around Crabtree. That might have been a travel. And that's a shove, and they're letting him play. Missed shot. Here comes Northwest the other way. Connor Lentz with a basketball. Nice no-look to the opposite side. Nice up and under off the window by Bolin. And it's 17-16. Northwest now regains the lead. and Portsmouth wants a full timeout. So resilience has been a key word for the Mohawks, and they battled back and now have a lead.
Yeah, you see the 2,000-point scorers for Northwest. 11 of the 17 points for the Mohawks are from those two. Another 6 chipped in by Wolfenbarger. You see, and Wolfenbarger also a 6'4" sophomore, so he'll be back. But you see the potential scoring for Northwest. Again, they don't run. They don't speed the game up. They run sets. They play tough defense. It's been a great clash between these two teams of the pace of the game, because each of them wants to have their own pace. And right now it's been a little bit of a mix of both, and that's why you see a 1-point game with 4:23 to go in the second quarter, 17-16. Field goal percentages, they can't get much closer than what they are right now. Northwest, 42.9%. They're 42.9% from three as well. And Portsmouth, 41.7%, 33% from three. 3 fouls for Portsmouth, 2 fouls for Northwest as we start action back after the timeout.
Been a good game. It's gone back and forth here in the first half. Both teams have not led by more than 4 points, I think, total.
Yeah, this one's been tight.
Good old-fashioned rivalry game.
Right.
And Barry's going to inbound the basketball on the bricks, and he'll get it right back. 4:20 to go in the first half, 17-16, the Mohawks lead. Here's Barry looking to create. Swinging around to Loper. He'll take a 3. No good. Rebound comes down to Wolfbarger. He has the basketball. Now to Lentz. Lentz picked up his dribble. Here's a long 3 by Wolfbarger. Good!
Wolfenbarger, 9 points now. He leads the team. Big shot by the sophomore.
Clutch there, 2016. He now has 9 points. Barry comes back. He hits. Barry now with 14 of their 18 points.
Barry leads all scorers today.
Crabtree with it. Dumps it down to Wolfenbarger. Here's the 3 on the way. In and out. Nice tip by the sophomore. Gets it to Lentz. Shot no good. Barry with a rebound. Up ahead. Here's Loper. He thought about a 3 from the right wing. Now Livingston with a basketball. Barry will take a 3. That's not there. Wolfenbarger with a basketball. Good rebound.
Again, you're not upset at that. He can hit the 3.
Might have forced it a little bit, but yeah, I mean, if he's making those, no coach is going to tell him to stop. And what'd they call there? A hook?
Got a timeout by Northwest.
No, I think he called a foul.
They did.
He called an offensive hook. Wow. So, another costly turnover. And the guy behind us just does not like that call.
So that's 2 on Wolfenbarger.
So you've got 3 players now for the Mohawks with at least 2 fouls. 3 starters. And Portsmouth will bring it up. Barry with a basketball.
Still have Jenkins on the bench, too.
Here's Cobb with it. Cobb, nice move inside. No good, but Loper's there to pull down the rebound. Didn't leave his feet. No travel.
Again, this kind of plays into Northwest's hands here, forcing Portsmouth into running these sets, slowing the game down, eating up clock.
And they are not concerned with Livingston shooting the basketball.
No.
Cobb with it right in front of the bench. Out to Loper. Here comes Lewis off a high screen. He wants the ball. Breach is about to come back in. And you heard Sweet Lou, we're under 2 minutes.
It's been a quick first half.
Not a lot of fouls called here, only 6 total in this quarter. Lewis takes it to the rim, no good. He is down, they got numbers. Lentz with a basketball. Here's Bolin. Wolfenbarger will take another 3.
Same spot, same results. The sophomore with another triple.
And it's 23-18. The Mohawks with their largest lead of the night. Barry, I guess, is going to take care of the ball and try to answer here. And dribbles the basketball off his own leg. Another turnover. That'll put Breach back into the game. He comes in for Cobb.
Largest lead of the night for Northwest, 5 points. Fans are enjoying themselves now.
Yes, now they like it.
They were not happy earlier. They're happy now.
75 seconds left to go here, opening half. 23-18 Northwest. Bolin thought about a three. Drives into the lane, forces his way in, gets fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot two.
Hit the ground hard there was Bolin.
And they call it on. Who did they call that on? I think they called it on Livingston. First, team's fourth. Bolin will shoot the free throw. First one on the way, no good.
So that's 4 fouls also on Portsmouth. The next one will send to
Bolin.
the Mohawks. Mohawks will go to the line for 2 shots.
Bolin's only a 57% free throw shooter. Excuse me, he's an 85% free throw shooter. He's shooting 56%.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, I looked at the wrong number. And they throw it into Livingston. He wasn't ready for it. I looked at field goals and not free throws.
Those were Shaq numbers.
Yes, they were. And another turnover, but right back to Portsmouth. Loper.
Oh, it's got to be an offensive foul.
Absolutely. Here
Great
it is, the
job.
replay. He just put his head down and just trucked him. Oh, yeah, that's obviously an offensive foul.
Great job by Lentz there.
We don't shoot free throws on an offensive foul, so the next one they will shoot 2 with 54 seconds to go.
There's always a loophole.
24-18 is our score. Bringing the ball up to Connor Lentz. Connor Lentz gets through the defense, and he is fouled, and they can't make it. 2 shots, and they're going to call this one on Barry, and that's his first.
Barry picking up the foul. That's his first. Team is over the limit.
Good half for the Mohawks.
That's where he will shoot.
Was down by as much as 5. They've now battled back. It's 24-18. Connor Lentz will shoot this free throw. First one on the way is good. And Lentz is a 75% free throw shooter. I got that one right. He's got over 1,300 points in his career. Second one's good. And it's 26-18, the largest lead by any team today. At 8 with 44.4. Make a wish. Left to go here in the opening half. Portsmouth's kind of shell-shocked right now.
I think so, yeah. They listen, the talk before this matchup was the fact that Northwest amassed those 21 wins against weak teams. And a lot of people had Portsmouth winning this one with ease.
Yeah,
and right now, Northwest is they're having their way in the second quarter.
I saw a coach, longtime coach that I know, that's coaches, and he said to me, I saw him earlier, that he thought Portsmouth would run away with it. Barry now with another forced shot. Not a very good decision. And he's picking himself off the floor. Here come the Mohawks. 17 seconds to go. Nobody picks up Lewis. He brings it out. Wolfenbarger now with the basketball. Now they're going to go man here, the Trojans, with 9 seconds.
Wolfenbarger with 2 threes already. We'll see if he gets another look.
He drives, kicks. Here's Crabtree's 3. Not going to be there. And then Barry's going to throw a long heave. And almost got there.
Wow.
But at the end of half of play, it's 26-18 Mohawks, and a very entertaining first half. Nate, your thoughts on that first half?
Biggest surprise for me, Wolfenbarger coming off as a sophomore, hitting 2 big threes. He leads the team in scoring with 12 points for Portsmouth. We knew that, Lentz and Bolin, we knew they were going to be here and they were going to score points, but that's got to be the difference maker right now for Northwest. DeAndre Barry, he is as good as what we thought he was. Able to do a little bit of everything. Now, there have been some shots that he's forced. Going to have to work on that. Maybe run some sets to get him open a little bit more. They were posting him up early in the game. They kind of went away from that in the second quarter. Really, we said it early. There's really nobody that can match his physicality down low. So I look for Portsmouth to maybe get back to that early in the second half. But what an incredible game so far. And again, we said it. Northwest 21-3, but they're kind of the underdog here. The Cinderella story from a team that hasn't been here in so long, and now they've got a lead at the end of the first half in a district semifinal game. And they're doing their darndest to come back here and play next week against the Wheelersburg Pirates. So what a game that would be, regardless of who this is, Portsmouth or Northwest. We're in for a dandy next week. So been a great first half. Incredible matchup so far. Fans, again, you said it, passionate, and looking forward to the second half.
I think we're going to take a short break, and we'll come back and get you guys ready for the second half coming up right after this. And it's halftime here at the Convocation Center on the campus of Ohio University. Kevin Dunnigan, Nate Lamb, we are bringing you Game 2 of the semifinals of the District, Southeast District Division III. And at halftime, the Mohawks of Northwest, they lead Portsmouth 26-18. We got about 90 seconds before we jump back into this basketball game. And Nate, keys to victory for both teams as we get ready for the second half.
I think it's isolating Barry for the Trojans. You got to use his physicality down low. I know coming into the game, he can shoot it from anywhere, do anything he wants really, but I think the best case scenario for them is to use that physical size inside the paint against Northwest. For the Mohawks, it's just keep doing what you're doing. You're getting some really nice help on the offensive side by Logan Wolfenbarker. That's a nice surprise. You know that what you're going to get from Lentz and from Bolin, and the rest of the team's playing really good defense so far, holding Portsmouth to 18 points. They average over 60 a game. So great job by Northwest on the defensive end. If they can keep doing that, they got a good shot. But again, Portsmouth, they need to isolate Barry inside. They can come from behind. We saw a bigger comeback in the first game tonight. This one, again, is the widest margin it's been right now. So look for, especially early on in the third quarter, for Portsmouth to kind of bully their way with Barry under the basket.
And the one thing that we talked about in the first game is that, your best scorer isn't scoring, so you need role players to step up. Well, Portsmouth's best player is scoring, but they don't have anybody else doing much other than Barry, and I think they're going to need somebody else to score. And Barry, I think, if he doesn't find somebody that can help him score, he's been doing too much at times and turning the ball over, and he needs to not do that.
Yeah, Loper for Portsmouth had a big three, has one free throw. Right now, starting the second half, there's only two scorers out there for Portsmouth, so definitely going to need some other players to step up. But, you win 17 games, make it to the district tournament, you got players. So we'll see what happens.
And the counter of that, Wolfenbarger isn't a guy we even brought up in the pregame.
No.
And he's leading the way right now in your 1,000-point scorers. One has been sitting on the bench because of foul trouble, and the other one is getting his opportunities. But if they get hot here in the second half, this could be over for Portsmouth. Here's Jenkins, nice little runner, and it's in. And just like that, Jay Jenkins, it's 28-18 now, Northwest.
Again, Jenkins sat on the bench almost the entire second quarter due to foul trouble.
Lewis with the basketball. Man-to-man defense has been the key, or been the only thing that we've seen from Livingston. A rare shot, and that wasn't even close. What a rebound and a putback by Barry.
Did he really just do that?
Look at the replay.
Was that
a pass?
Oh, wow.
28-20. No wonder they don't care if Noah Livingston shoots the basketball. Here's a putback by Lentz, and it's 30-20. The action's getting a little chippy underneath at the other end.
Largest lead of the night, Northwest.
Barry walked big time. He's got happy feet, and he got away with it. Breach with the basketball, right-hand dribble cut off. And Lewis has it, guarded by Jenkins, top of the circle. Breach now left wing. Wolfenbarger's there. Here's our guy again. Livingston dumps it to Barry. Barry off the window, no good. Rebound by Bolin. Good defense there by Lewis.
2 trips for Portsmouth, 2 trips inside the paint to Barry. He's 1 for 2.
2 trips for Northwest, and they've scored both times. Jenkins with the basketball, top of the circle. Lewis with it. Here's Connor Lentz. Out to Jenkins. Fakes the shot. Here's a shot on the way by Lewis. 3-pointer's good. 13-point lead now. And I'd have to say at this point, Northwest is legit.
You talk about role players stepping up and putting points on in the basket. That's another big 3.
Caleb Lewis now. That's his first points of the game. First 3 of the night. Breach with the basketball. Behind the back dribble. It's a screen. Shot from about 10 feet. Off the no good. Rebound and a foul. Nice offensive rebound there by Noah Livingston. The big kid can do some stuff underneath. Nobody boxed him out. He's down there by himself.
Foul charge to Logan.
Forgot just because they're not going to guard him to shoot doesn't mean they better guard him to rebound.
Wolfenbarger with the foul there. That is his 3rd foul, so that's something to keep an eye on here. early in this third quarter with 3 fouls, the leading scorer for Portsmouth or for Northwest. He will stay in the game, though.
Second free throw. Will dribble. On the way. Looks to be long. It is. Ball's batted around. Breach had it. He loses it out of bounds. A lot of contact. And Northwest gets the ball back.
Again, it's not panic time for Portsmouth, although they are going to press here. Just need to chip away at this thing. Almost halfway through the third quarter.
It's like Ivan Ely's about to come in for Northwest. Nice little Euro step there by Jenkins, and he gets it in. And Portsmouth wants the timeout. 30-second variety. And it's the largest lead of the night, 35-20 for the Mohawks. Early's going to check in.
So you're seeing Lewis with a big shot. Jenkins has 2 big baskets this quarter. Wolfenbarger in the first half chipping in those points. It's coming from everywhere for Northwest, and that's allowed them to push this lead to 15 with 5:28 to go. Portsmouth, it's gut check time now. It's not time to panic, but it's time to worry. It's a 15-point game, 5:28 to go in the third quarter. You've got to get some offensive output from someone on the floor if you're a Trojan.
Yeah, you've got 16 from Barry, and then you have Malachi Loper has 4, and that's it. The guys that are on the floor.
2.5 minutes into this second half, they've got 2 points.
Yeah. And Northwest is just taking advantage of their opportunities right now. They are shooting almost 50% from the floor, and Portsmouth is down to about 32. And Northwest is shooting 50% from the three-point line. Dribble drive. That might have been a walk and a nice. Oh, we've got a foul away from the basketball. They're going to say contact to the head. I don't know if we can see it from that angle. Oh, I don't know about that at all. Oh, my.
Second team foul in the quarter.
Well,
that was close.
With 2 shots to take.
2 free throws on the way. First one's no good. $35-20 is our score. 5:18 to go here in the third period. Second free throw on the way is good. 35-21. Jenkins will bring it up. Early came in for Wolfenbarger. Jenkins guarded by Lewis. They've gone to man now for the Trojans. And now we've got a push from Breach underneath. And that'll put the ball on the baseline, and the Mohawks will take it out.
That's his 3rd personal foul. First of the quarter.
That's 3 on him. Stack set here, coming off the stack. And we've got another push. And this time, this one's going to be on Loper. That's his 3rd. Now you got 2 players for Portsmouth with 3 fouls.
Looks like Lentz maybe got a finger to the eye socket there. Well-designed play coming around from the top side. Just couldn't finish.
Early with a basketball. Looks to get it out of the corner. Throws it to Lentz. Lentz, nice pass to Bolin. Shot off the glass, no good. Might have been some contact. Lentz has it. He is fouled, and a blocking call is called, and Lentz will shoot 2 free throws.
And nobody there to rebound for Portsmouth. They're all looking to run up the floor, but you got to secure the ball first before you can get an outlet.
35-21.
Second foul for him, 3rd on the team.
5 fouls now for both teams here in the third period.
With 2 shots to take.
And for Lentz, he'll go to the line. He has 9 points and 7 rebounds already for the Mohawks. First one's on the way and good. He leads the way for the Mohawks with 10 points. He's an 86% free throw shooter. I'd say this one's all but money. 37-21 now. It's a 16-point lead for the Mohawks. And a nice move by Barry. He just goes around the defense, left-hand dribble, right-hand dribble, left-hand layup.
It's hard to stop in the paint, anytime in the paint, whether it's on transition or posting up. He's a hard man to stop.
Mohawks with a basketball. I bet they're going to try to run some clock here. Dump it into Bolin. Bolin underneath. Goes up against Barry. Can't find it. Got his own offensive rebound. Missed them both.
Oh.
Dives for the ball. Can't find it. Here comes Barry. Had a breach cutting opposite side, but he's going to take it himself. Forces one up, and he misses.
Oh, and a
Mohawks
grab of
rebound.
the jersey there. No call.
That's actually an intentional foul if they call it. And Lentz to the rim. No good. Rebound to Bolin. Bolin off the glass and in.
Bodies everywhere.
Bodies hit the floor. And Portsmouth is jarring at the officials, and I think they just kind of stopped playing, and Northwest didn't. And another silly turnover.
Northwest really taking control now on the defensive side of the floor.
And Portsmouth is just frustrated, and I don't know about that either. I didn't see it. Portsmouth is just playing undisciplined basketball right now.
Yeah, they're very flustered, you can tell, just by the way that their demeanor is down there right now. You can see not how things are going as they anticipated they would.
Yeah,
would.
Barry's going to have a seat. So now that's the second game in a row where your best player goes to the bench. Here's a three. Loper, no good. Rebound pulled down by Lewis. He gets it to Jenkins. Guarded by Breach in the backcourt. Might have been a reach there. Got away with it. Another nice Euro step by Jenkins, or by Lentz, Connor Lentz. And another timeout by Portsmouth, as it's now an 18-point lead for the Mohawks.
Wow.
And their fans are fired up.
Lentz just slicing and dicing through the lane multiple times today. You've seen it. Scoring for Northwest, Lentz is up to 13 for the game, 7 rebounds. He's working on a double-double. And Portsmouth is just, they've got no answer right now. No answer offensively, no answer defensively. They scored 5 points this quarter. Something's got to change. There's got to be a spark over there in that huddle.
Yeah, forcing a lot of shots, playing some undisciplined basketball, complaining to the officials. Just go play basketball. I mean, you don't get what you need down here on the defensive side. You've given up 3 or 4 offensive rebounds because you've stopped playing. You can't do that when you're down 18 points. Don't worry about what you can and can't get from the officials, but giving up offensive rebounds and putbacks is not going to win basketball games. So I don't know what was said in the huddle there, but if it were me and I was coaching, that's absolutely what I would have said. So let's see how they respond here, down 41-23 with 3 minutes to go basically here in the third period. We've got another substitution. This three-pointer's on the way. And that was number 30. That's Leland Skurlock. Breach is cut off. He forces a shot. No good. Nice rebound by Loper. He gets a second opportunity and puts it in.
Much needed basket by Portsmouth.
Yeah, he ends the drought.
Need to chip into this thing. Again, you don't want to be down by more than 10 points going into the fourth quarter.
Nice steal by Lewis at half court. It's a 2-on-2 break. Lewis goes to the rim and hits. 41-27 now the lead.
4 quick points by Portsmouth. That's what you need. It looked like whatever was said in that timeout is working.
They dump it down to Bolin. They double Bolin. Bolin will drop step off the glass and in.
Hard to stop that.
That's a great move. Nice drop step.
And with Barry not in the game, look to see Northwest go inside there more often.
Lewis with a crossover. Can't make it. Skurlock gets the rebound. He's in there to shoot threes. He takes one, and he hits it. A deep three, and now they're right back in it.
What a shot by Skurlock.
Skurlock, a 5'9 sophomore. That's his second three that he's taken in the first 15 seconds he's been in the game.
That's what you need. You need those role players to step up, give you a spark, get you back into the game. They needed points, and they found them.
And they almost got another steal, but he was sitting on the baseline.
So it looked like this was going to be a runaway blowout. Now we're back to a 7-point ball game, or 13-point ball game, sorry. Portsmouth really, after that timeout, has been on another level.
Ivan Ely, a freshman, he was in there for some considerable minutes, and he's going to sit down. I think he just not quick enough to guard Lewis at the point, and they brought Wolfenbarger back. A little more size from Wolfenbarger as well.
Wolfenbarger again with 3 fouls. Barry back in the game for Portsmouth.
Bolin now underneath. He's guarded by Barry. He challenges Barry. Shot off the window, no good. Barry with a rebound. He looks up ahead but throws the ball away. Wasted opportunity there for the Trojans.
And that's the difference that Northwest sees inside when Barry's in the game. Much more difficult to get shots up and over.
So the Mohawks will take it in from the 85-foot line. Jenkins with it. We've got 1:28 to go, third quarter. It's a 43-30 game. Bolin gets around Barry, looks to score. Pump fake off the window and in, and he gets it, and he'll have an and one.
If it's not Lentz, it's Bolin. Big shot by the senior. Physical. He throws the arms up.
That'll be point number 13 for Bolin. And that pushes the lead back to 15.
You got 3 players in double figures already for Northwest. Only 1 in double figures for Portsmouth, and that's the difference in the ball game right now.
Nobody even close to getting nobody even close to double figures for Portsmouth. So Bolin's going to shoot the and one to try to get point 14. He's got 6 rebounds, and they've all come in this half. Free throw on the way and good. He's an 82% free throw shooter. And we've got a timeout on the floor by the Mohawks. And just when you think Portsmouth is chipping away and getting back into it, the Mohawks answer.
Yeah, they make a little run of their own after that run by Portsmouth. Portsmouth with 12 points in the quarter. They were setting at 3 or 4 points in the quarter with like 6 minutes played. So really hit a different level there when Barry was on the sideline, and that's something we saw in the first game with Caleb Lovely setting. The rest of the team kind of stepped up. It was like, okay, well, let's not force it now. Let's go do what we want to do and play as an actual team, as an actual unit, and it worked for a couple minutes there. But Northwest just stopping the bleeding, and you know, their 1,000-point scorers are, I mean, you knew they were going to be tough to beat, and they're proving it right now. Again, they've got 4 players in double figures right now with 14, 13, and 12 respectively. Anytime you have that kind of consistency across the board, it's hard to beat because you can't just focus on one particular player. You've got multiple that are hot at the moment, and that's why Northwest is up by 16 late in the third quarter.
1:20 to go, third quarter, 46-30. And if Northwest can push this game to 20 points in the fourth quarter, it's going to be a tough task for the Trojans to come back. But they've got a minute here to try to get some buckets. Lewis with it. Here's Skurlock, who's knocked down a 3. Gets to Stein, who's checked in. His shot is no good. Rebounded Jenkins. And Northwest will push. Lentz, nice drive, knocked away. Another turnover, and Portsmouth gets it back. Up ahead to Lewis. He had Stein underneath. He's going to attack. Throw up a one-hander, and it goes. 46-32. That's point number 4, I believe, for him. So it's a 14-point lead, 40 seconds to go. Wolfenbarger with it. Now to Jenkins, back to Wolfenbarger.
Northwest going to try to run some clock here, but Portsmouth needs a steal and another basket.
25 seconds. They're going to probably hold for one, but except they threw it away. Here comes Lewis again. Lewis tried a shake and bake move. No good. And he's going to get called for the foul, trying to go back for the basketball. And that's the team's 5th, and that means that Northwest should shoot free throws here. Yes.
They got the steal. They just didn't get the basket that they needed. Now we'll go on the other side.
Don't shoot free throws.
And this is where that rule is making an impact, the 5 foul per quarter rule. Otherwise, this would have been on the baseline down there. And now you've got a chance to extend the lead, not just have the ball.
Yeah, you went from them having the basketball to now having 2 more points potentially. First free throw on the way is good. It's back up to a 15-point lead. Scarberry's going to pull his kids off the line and just get back and play a little defense here. Don't want to give up a cheap one. Second one's good. 48-32. Death taxes and that kid hitting free throws. That was a travel big time, and they got away with it again. Breach is blocked. Wolfenbarger's doing it all right now. 6 seconds to go. Jenkins going to look to score. Shot up. And
oh,
it
my
goes
goodness.
down.
I've never seen a ball roll around that many times.
I think it went around 3 or 4 times and finally dropped. And that'll push the lead to 18 after 3. 50-32, the Mohawks with their largest lead of the afternoon. And really, Nate, I don't know what Portsmouth's going to do here as we head to the fourth quarter, but it's been all Mohawks.
Jenkins put that shot up with 4 seconds left, and it wound up being a buzzer beater by the time it went down through the net. What an incredible shot, and what a finish to that quarter. Again, you saw the fight from the Trojans in the third quarter, but Northwest really started strong, finished strong. Now they've got an 18-point lead, and, boy, it's going to take a tremendous change by Portsmouth to come back in this one. First of all, they've got to find the offense. It's just not been there tonight so far, with the exception of Barry. And he's got 18 points right now. They're down by 18. They're not out of it, but you got to start chipping away, and time is not on your side if you're a Portsmouth Trojan.
You've got Lentz with 13. You've got Jenkins with 6. But then you've got Tanner Bolin with 12, or 14, excuse me. And then Wolfenbarger has 12. So they've got a whole host of players that are being able to score right now for Northwest, and Portsmouth just doesn't have an answer. And Barry's going to throw a nice pass. Stein's going to hit, and it's 50-34. Good look by Barry. Fourth quarter here underway. BMG Media, Kevin Dunnigan, Nate Lamb bringing you this final quarter of action here on a Sunday afternoon from the Convo. Boland's 3 is no good. Stein with a rebound. Portsmouth led early, but it's been all Mohawks since. Scarberry wants to shoot that ball, but can't. Barry will, though. Shot that one from
Cincinnati.
Dundas, and it ended up hitting Wellston. So coming back the other way, they throw it away, and Portsmouth will get another opportunity.
I'm sure our audience has no idea where Dundas is.
Oh, you've missed some great things in Dundas. There's a water park. There's a zoo. The new airport's coming in. It's a great place.
Just be nice to have a gas station, Kevin.
And a stop sign, right? Barry with a basketball. Guarded. He's going to put his shoulder down. Nice scoop shot, and he got it.
What a player. Just needs a little more around him.
Unfortunately, as a senior, he probably won't get that opportunity. 50-36, 6.5 minutes to go. Nice give and go. And Lentz gets the bucket. He now has 15, and he's leading the way for the Mohawks. Barry's bumped on the way in. I don't think they're going to count that.
Oh, no.
No, they're not going to count the basket. Sweet Lou jumped ahead of the game.
I would have counted the basket. What a play.
Jenkins, his 4th.
Jenkins now with 4 fouls.
First team foul recorded.
Again, Jenkins sat most of the third quarter,
On the floor,
or second quarter, sorry, with 3 fouls.
Basket did not count, my correction.
I'm not sure what Scarberry's, who they're trying to make sure it's the right player. Now we're going to correct it here, I think. Nope, they're not. They're going to leave it there.
It was worth a shot.
Ely's going to get ready to check back in. Oh, nice fake there by Stein. He's fouled on the shot. And Northwest is making some dumb decisions to foul in situations they don't need to, because now you've got several players that are on the floor right now with fouls.
Yeah, that's Boland's second foul. So you've got across the board 2, 2, 4, 2, and 3 fouls for everyone on the floor for the Mohawks.
And you've got 2 team fouls, but you're giving Portsmouth an opportunity to shoot free throws with no time running, as we all know.
Ivan Ely returns.
Ely's back into the game. He comes in for Jenkins.
Ely, a 5'10 freshman, getting some big-time minutes in a district game at the Convocation Center.
Second free throw, no good. And Barry comes out of there with it. Little
Wow.
up and under bird move. And he hits.
You know, I said Barry needed more around him. Maybe not. He's putting this team on his back right now early in the fourth quarter.
Says a lot about your high school coach who was a college phenomenon at Ohio University to let a freshman play in a district semifinal game as much as he's playing. Here's a nice move by Connor Lentz, and he's fouled. And he'll go to the line and shoot two. I don't know who they called it on. It's either going to be on Stein or Barry. Stein.
That's his second.
Stein with two. Lentz is going to go to the line and shoot two free throws.
That's big. Barry, that would have been his third foul. Instead, he's still with two. That's a guy you can't take off the floor right now in the last 6 minutes.
First one on the way. Good. He now has 16 to lead everybody for the Mohawks.
It's one of the better free throw shooting teams I think I've seen all season in Northwest, so it's going to be difficult because they're not going to give shots away at the charity stripe.
And probably one of the greatest mustaches I've ever seen on a high school kid.
Very nice.
Second one on the way and good.
You rocked a mustache back in the day, didn't you?
I had the mullet back in the day. I didn't have a stash. I couldn't do both. I had to leave some ladies for the other guys. And we've got a foul away from the basket. No jump ball. Excuse me.
Well, just like that, the fans are mad again.
Yep. Can't please them. So the alternating possession goes back to the Mohawks. Having trouble getting it in. Got away with a shove. Wolfenbarger did.
Ooh.
And I don't know if that was a foul or no contact. Here's Bolin. He has a nice up and under move. And it's 56-38.
Nice take down the baseline, reverse layup.
And now you got to be careful
on,
here
yeah.
because Portsmouth has nothing to lose. So if this game gets chippy, as a Northwest player, you don't want to engage in it because you could be out for 2 games in key situations and you just don't want it. Going back the other way, a little cherry picking music. Missed the first shot. They were able to bucket the second, and now it's a 20-point lead, largest of the game. Here's Breach to the rim. No good. Rebound Lewis. And Portsmouth is just kind of dead on their feet right now. Here's Wolfenbarger. Lentz. He'll go into the lane. That might be a foul, and they're going to say a block. Kind of out of control right now at both ends.
A little bit. 5 minutes left. Still plenty of time.
That's his first.
And Lentz is going to go back to the line and shoot 2 free throws.
Back to the line, Connor Lentz with 2 shots to take.
Lentz with 17 points, 10 rebounds. He's got a double-double and the glorious mustache that is. That's the greatest mustache I've ever seen on a high school kid.
That's a good one.
I mean, look at that thing. Well polished.
You think there's product in that mustache?
There's absolutely product in that mustache.
Sure, there's a lot of sweat in it right
Yes. 18 points, 10 rebounds.
now. We're getting this. Look at the zoom.
from
That is
Mr. Lentz.
perfect.
The cameraman earning his keep today.
Hey, you ask and they listen, right?
Free throw is, I thought he missed it, but he got it. I don't know who that cameraman is, but he needs a raise for that shot. 60-38, 4:58 to go.
Northwest at their average of 60 points a game.
Loper with a 3. And again, we're just forcing shots as Portsmouth. We're reaching. We're doing all kinds of things we don't need to do. And I think they're frustrated. Because all the talk is that this was going to be a cakewalk for them because of the scheduling and because of who they played. And it turned out that the Mohawks weren't having any of it.
Right. According to the masses, this was supposed to be the opposite of what you're seeing tonight. And what a statement by Northwest.
Yep. And they match up really well with Wheelersburg. I think this will be a great district final coming up. Both schools match up so well, and I'm excited to see that one. Lentz going to dribble around the defense. Now to Bolin. That's Lewis. Here's Ely. The freshman still in. That could have been a foul there. And almost a turnover. Ooh. And I don't know what you don't call there. Oh, great play there by Lentz. What a great play for the steal to save it and bring it back the other way. Just a great hustle play. 4 minutes to go. They're just trying to eat clock here.
They're just trying to get out of here right now with no injuries, no suspensions,
Right.
no technical fouls.
Nice play underneath. Bolin with a bucket. He now has 18 points. So your 1,000-point scorers are right there with 19 and 18.
It's what you expected.
Ely with a reach-in foul.
Any way to get your name in the book.
Right. He is now in the history books.
That's his first. Team third.
62-38 our score. 3:54 left to go in the ball game.
Placing Malachi Loper.
I believe the district final for Division III is next Saturday. Am I correct on that? The 9th, which would be Saturday?
That would be correct. The first game will tip off at 4, and the second game, which will be the winner of the next 2, will tip off at 6.
The only 2 games next Saturday? Is
Only
there an 8
2
o'clock?
games.
No? All right.
2 games.
4 and 6. Those are weird times. Usually it's 6 and 8. Throw it underneath the Barry. Probably didn't even need to do that. He just a drop step and he can score. Gets his own rebound, forces a shot, nobody home, and then we've got a foul away from the ball, or on the ball, I should say, and that'll be team foul number 4. So we're still not shooting with 3:27 to go. This one's all over but the shouting, I would think.
Right.
His second.
You see some Portsmouth fans exiting.
Headed to the river.
That wouldn't be a bad place to go.
Oh, man. So
I know
good.
you're a connoisseur of steaks.
I'm a very good connoisseur of steaks.
As
You're
am I.
absolutely right. I wouldn't turn down the river if I was on death row. Back the other way, Bolin. Little jump stop, off the window and in. 64-38.
Too easy for Bolin. Too easy.
Off the Caleb Lewis steal.
Here's Lewis. Lewis to the rim. Nice take. Lewis now with 6 points.
Isaiah Lewis with the drive.
Oh. Nice little shake and bake move. And again, I don't like the reach back when you get beat on defense. Just play defense.
Yeah.
Don't need the 3. Good choice there by Lewis. They're just playing keep away right now, but they turn the ball over again. Nice anticipation by Lewis. Little spin move in the lane. Shot up and in, and the harm. He'll shoot the free throw. That's a nice play by Lewis.
That's 4 straight points.
He's not giving up. And it's an 18-point lead. 64-42, 2.5 to go, basically. Checking into the game will be number 10. Jenkins is back, Jay Jenkins, and we've got a timeout on the floor. And again, we talked about it before. It's a 30-second timeout, Nate. We, along with everybody in the building, probably thought, except for the Mohawk fans, that this was going to be a Portsmouth walk in the park.
Yeah, I think a lot of people had Portsmouth favored by 10, but you got to give credit to the Mohawks. They came out, took a punch in the mouth early by Portsmouth. They were up by 6 points, and it looked like, well, what everybody said was going to happen, but, man, they just kept their foot on the gas, and they have not let up. 64-42 late in this one. They're playing extremely well basketball right now at the right time.
2:34 to go. I don't know how many people we have listening or watching at one point.
We're over 1,000.
Over 1,000. So we appreciate everybody listening. And today's game, for those people that are watching, is brought to you by the Otway Depot Giovanni's, Brown Forest Products, David and Kendra Groves, Jason and Leanne McIntyre, Andy and Misty Lentz, Kurt and Jessica Smith, and Danielle Clark. We appreciate everything you guys did to bring this broadcast today, and it's been a good one. 64-42 Northwest leads Portsmouth. 2:34 left to go. The winner will face Wheelersburg next week in the district final here at the Condo.
Great venue for basketball. I've said it many times. Loved coming over here as a kid. Same feelings as an adult walking through these doors here, just seeing this massive arena in this area of the state is incredible. And
Barry
we're lucky,
with a shove.
we're
Absolutely.
lucky to have it.
Absolutely. This is the goal of any coach that coaches in the Southeast District for the longest time has always been to get to the Convo. And as a coach, when I coached, that was our goal. We wanted to get to the Convo and play a district game. So it's a great place to be. It's tradition now, I think, for everyone in Southeastern Ohio to come here and watch a game at least once. And today is no exception, as we've got a great crowd on hand for these basketball games. Lewis will take a free throw, and it'll go down. Thought about popping out of there, didn't it?
Got the roll.
65-42. He now has 9. If they've not updated it yet, maybe it is still 8. 8. Looking for point number 9, and he missed it. So 65-42 is our score. 2.5 to go. Northwest is going to advance to play Wheelersburg. And that should have been a travel. Yeah, there you go. Well, I agree with the call. Kid grabbed the ball, and the other kid fell down. That's a travel. Nice job coming back by Jenkins for the basketball. I'm not sure if Wheelersburg and Northwest played in the regular season. I don't think they did. Gary, a little dribbling out to Cobb. He'll take a deep 3. No good. The ball going to be chased down by Breach. We're at 2 minutes, and here it comes. Sweet Lou going to let you know.
2 minutes. 2 minutes to the district final.
And we've got a foul on the ball by Cobb, and that will put Bolin at the line to shoot 2 free throws.
So the Mohawks have not faced Wheelersburg this season, but they did. One of their 3 losses was to South Webster by 12 points. That's a South Webster team that I believe split with Wheelersburg this season. So, again, everything pointing to a dandy of a ball game in the district final.
And South Webster will play Trimble. Howie Caldwell, the coach there. The Tomcats have played tremendous defense in the postseason, and they'll have their hands full against South Webster. They've got some pretty good size.
One of the most seasoned veteran coaches in tournament history.
Well, and so is his opposing coach.
Yes. Over 400 wins, correct?
For Howie has, and then South Webster's coach has almost 800. Wow. So, and I'm that'll be a ball game. It'll be a good one. So.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it should be a dandy of a final there, and I'm looking forward to it. South Webster and the Jeeps. Free throws up and in, 66-45. Coming back the other way. And we've got a foul called. Let me see your program. Is that yours? Is that the one I want?
That is
That's
Division
the one
4, yes.
I want that one. That's the one I want.
I had it hid.
Norm Pearson is who Howie will face at South
Norm
Webster.
Pearson
used to coach at Oak Hill.
Won a state title with the Oak Hill Oaks.
Yep.
Longtime coach for Chesapeake.
Yes. He's got 799 wins.
Wow.
To Howie's 400. And
so that'll be a pretty big milestone.
Yeah, that's going to be a good ball game.
For Mr. Pearson.
Yeah. 2 old school coaches that like to get after it. And the height advantage is definitely with the Jeeps. They've got some good size, and Trimble's going to have to play tremendous defense, which they've done all season long. So Eli Roberts is the 6'7" kid for South Webster, and Trimble's going to have an answer for him. Lewis tried to score again on a steal as we're about a minute from the end here. It's 66-47 and another turnover. And then another turnover. Oh, they called a foul on that one.
Lentz did not agree with that one.
Oh,
that was a clean swipe.
Oh, that's 2 there. I don't agree.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
Well,
No Livingston.
I mean, the Mohawk faithful, at least they're consistent. They may be up by 19 points with a minute left in the game all but over, but they're still complaining about the referees. Oh, my. So,
who we got next? Fairland and who's Fairland?
Minford.
Playing? Minford and Fairland.
Should
the
be another
Falcons
dandy.
And the Dragons.
Would you rather be a Falcon or a Dragon, KD?
I think I'd rather be a Dragon because they could probably eat Falcons.
Especially if they breathe fire. Are they
Like
the fire
bugs.
breathing kind?
I think that's the only kind of dragon you have to be, isn't it? Do they make non-fire breathing dragons?
I've never
Is
seen
that
one
such a
personally.
thing? I don't think so. You'd be missing a chromosome, I think, if you were a non-fire breathing dragon. Here's Bolin. Nice. That's a great move off the glass. And now Bolin has 21. I never know if they've updated, but 23. There's
Takes
23.
him a couple seconds.
Yep.
Yes.
Barry with it. He leads all scores with 27. Great shot, just can't get it to fall. Witherspoon back to Barry, spin move, loses it in the lane, and coming out of there with it is Jenkins, and he's going to be fouled with 28 seconds to go. And if it was cold outside, I'd say start the buses, but it's like 70 degrees, so turn the AC on.
There you go.
And get your car ready. 28 seconds to go. Northwest and Wheelersburg will play next Saturday, I believe, here in the district final.
Northwest with their fans with the light show going on right now in the crowd.
I'm not sure what that means, but
what did we do before cell phones, Kevin?
I played outside and rolled around in the dirt. I don't know. Played Tecmo Bowl on Nintendo.
There you go.
And if I needed something, I'd yell down the hallway to my brother. Free throw's no good. 22-point lead, 25 seconds to go. This one's all over but the shouting.
Quick reminder, please distinguish your cell phone lights. No cell phone lights here in the Congo, please.
Sweet Lou's ruining the vibe. Witherspoon with a nice Livingston with a putback. And that's probably going to be it. A little breakout here, and I don't think, is he going to go up for it? He is. And it's 71-49 is the final. I'm with you on that one. But the Mohawks with the exclamation point win. 71-49 is the final. They'll come back to play Wheelersburg in the district final in a statement win today. Your thoughts, Nate, before we wrap it up?
Really impressed with Northwest's scoring output from all of the cast of characters that we saw tonight. 4 players in double figures, another 2 with 8 and 7 points respectively. 71 points in a district semifinal game is a lot of points. Usually when you get farther into the tournament, defenses get better, it's harder to score. You got the backdrop, obviously, that makes things more difficult. Really, really impressed with what Northwest was able to do tonight against a quicker Portsmouth Trojans team, just maybe not as deep in terms of being able to score outside of DeAndre Barry, who had a great game himself. I mean, 27 points, 12 rebounds. What a game by that guy. He just didn't have the supporting cast that Northwest came with tonight, and looking forward to Northwest and Wheelersburg next weekend here at the Convocation Center. Going to be an incredible game. Going to be for a district title. How much better can it get in the month of March in high school basketball at the Convocation Center? Again, wrapping up the second game of 4 today. 2 more to go. Great crowd, great atmosphere, and a great game by the Northwest Mohawks.
Yeah, and on paper, Wheelersburg and Northwest match up very well. It should be an outstanding basketball game for the district final. And we should let you know later on in the week if we'll be able to bring that one to you next week. But what a basketball game. The last 2 games have been very good. Outstanding convo days here the last few days, and it continues this afternoon. If you're coming this way or if you're thinking about it, I would. You got 2 more games. You got 20 minutes to get to the next one, and then there'll be one after that. But Minford and Fairland are coming up next here at the convo with a chance to get to the district final. So for Nate Lamb, I'm Kevin Dunnigan. For everybody here at BMG Media, we thank everybody. We thank our sponsors and everybody that let us bring this game to you today and the one we did earlier. And continue to have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather. Have a great week, and BMG will be back with more basketball at some point here as the tournament trail continues. Have a great Sunday, everybody. We're out of here.